Endometriosis may be defined as the presence of endometrial tissue outside the uterus. The problem is that the endometrial tissue functions just like normal intrauterine endometrium and will break down and bleed every month during the menstrual cycle. The causes of endometriosis are unclear, but there are three main theories. The first is retrograde menstruation through the fallopian tubes with implantation of endometrium. This could explain why endometriosis is frequently found in areas such as the pouch of Douglas and cervix. Another theory is metaplastic change of mesothelium into endometrial tissue. And the third theory is dissemination of endometrial tissue through the veins and lymphatics to distant sites, and this could explain why endometriosis can occur in distant sites such as the lung. Endometriosis is a very common condition, and approximately 10% of women of reproductive age suffer from endometriosis. This is a hysterectomy specimen, and you can see on the outer surface there are some dark areas, and these are foci of endometriosis. The most frequent sites where endometriosis occurs include the ovaries and fallopian tubes, the uterine serosa, round and broad ligaments, pouch of Douglas, pelvic peritoneum, the cervix, small and large bowel and appendix, and also the ureters and bladder. This is an example of endometriosis of the bladder. You can see normal endometrial glands lying in normal endometrial stroma within the bladder tissue. And in this view, on the right of the picture is the normal urothelium, that's the lining of the bladder, and as we move to the left of the picture, you can see how this has been replaced by a focus of endometriosis. The presenting symptom in this case was hematuria, and the clue to the diagnosis is monthly hematuria during the menstrual cycle. Occasionally, endometriosis may occur in unusual distant sites, including the lungs and pleurae, breasts, bones, brain, kidneys, liver, and pancreas. The gross appearance of endometriosis is red, blue, or brown spots, or cysts. And down the microscope we see normal endometrial glands and stroma with or without fibrosis and hemosiderin deposition. Hemosiderin is the brown pigment that gets deposited after an episode of bleeding. This is an ovarian cyst that is filled with blood. The reason it's filled with blood is because it is lined by endometrium. It's an endometriotic cyst, sometimes known as a chocolate cyst. To make a histological diagnosis of endometriosis, it's necessary to see at least two of the following: endometrial glands, endometrial stroma, or hemosiderin pigment. Symptoms of endometriosis include pain from the cyclical bleeding of the endometriotic foci, dysmenorrhea, and dyspareunia. Dyspareunia is pain during intercourse. Complications of endometriosis include decreased fertility, local hemorrhage and associated problems that causes, fibrosis, obstruction, and tumours may arise in endometriotic foci. For example, endometrioid adenocarcinoma of the ovary may arise in foci of endometriosis, and clear cell carcinoma of the ovary is a specific tumour that is associated with endometriosis. And this is the gross appearance of a clear cell carcinoma of the ovary.